Hey guys, so I thought I'd make a video on how Copart live auctions work and how I won my first car from auction. This here is the Copart dashboard, and this here is my watch list, so I'll have a little look at that. Basically, before the auction, you want to have a little look through the cars and see what's available and just do little checks on them, check the MOT history, check how much damage they've got, check if it's, worth you spending a certain amount of money on them, and get an idea of how much you want to spend. So say, there's a car, and its retail value is about £6,000. You might look at it and think, alright, it needs a new bumper, new bonnet. I'm not going to really want to spend more than £2,000 on it, just to factor in pricing, delivery and fees and all that. So you want to get a good understanding of how the auction works, maybe watch a couple auctions, get an idea of how they all work before moving on and trying to bid on a car. So here I'm just pulling up all the different auctions. There's 4 that I'm looking at in Bristol, lane A, B, C and D, and I'm just getting them all ready for when the auction starts in about 40 minutes. You just basically go up to the top, add auctions, get them all sorted, because the watch list that I sorted out yesterday has vehicles in literally all these different lanes, so I've kind of got to look at them all. It's a little complicated, but once you've done it for a while, you can kind of get a hang of it. And it's nice just to look at the other vehicles and just see what they're going for, get an idea of like how much money you're sort of looking at for different vehicles. Alright, so what I'll do now is I'll just show you a couple of my watch list items, different vehicles that I'm looking at. Now obviously I'm not going to purchase all these, but I've got a rough estimate of how much I want to pay for these different vehicles, so if they go over that then I'm not going to purchase them. So here's a 2009 Ford Fiesta. It's running and driving to category N. It's front end damage, got some minor dents and scratches. You have a look here, it says V5 on file. It's 88k on the clock. And I'm just going to look through the photos, just study them, make sure there's no other damage I see, or check if there's any engine management lights on, see if it's running. It shows here that it's running. So just double check everything and make sure that everything looks alright. And then we've got a couple of other cars here, Ford Focuses, Volkswagen Scirocco, a motorbike, that's from my friend. Let's see what else we got. Seat Leon, let's have a little look at that. So we've got runs and drives, structural, front end, 122k, retail value around £5,000, diesel, no lights on the dash, it's running, looks like it needs bumper and bonnet. Wings look okay, but they might not be, so gotta factor that into your price. And as you see there at the top, it says X, which means it was an insurance write-off at the end of the writing on the windscreen. It has an X, so that means it was an insurance write-off. Then we've got a couple other little cars on here. 2014 Ford Fiesta. Just having a little look again, just double checking everything. Make sure that make sure there's nothing that I didn't notice beforehand when I had a look yesterday. Alright, so here's the live auction. I'm just going to have a little look through some vehicles that are going through, maybe ones that I've missed that I didn't see yesterday, just have a little look, see if they're worth bidding on. I would definitely recommend trying to already have an idea of what you're going to bid on before the live auction, because it can get a little bit confusing and you might make a bad judgment call. So therefore just kind of stick to what you're already looking at. So this is the live auction from yesterday, and just looking over everything, seeing what there's about, waiting on my cars coming up. So here's one of the vehicles that's in my watch list that I was looking at. We'll just see what it goes for, bid when necessary, but looks like it's way overpriced, so I will not be bidding on that. And I think it ended up selling for 4,000, so well overpriced. I was looking more like 2, maybe it was a little low, but I think it was definitely overpriced. And we're looking at a Focus next. Let's see what this goes for. Let's have a look. 1900. Let's see. It's got 130k. You're like probably a decent price. Yeah, it's got a little bit of mold, and I think there was a door that was damaged, and then some maybe an old accident because it shows needed repaired on the arch. So yeah, 1900. That's a pretty decent price for that. I'm looking at something else though, so probably give that one a miss. I was just curious on what kind of money it was getting. There is another vehicle. Do I see how much this goes for? 1,500. I think that's probably the most I was gonna give for that car. So 1,550. Yeah, it's went over. So can't remember how much this one made. Let's see. About 1,550, 1,600 maybe. What does that need? Needs a wing, maybe door, bumper, maybe headlight possibly. 73k. Yeah, it's a good price. But I was sticking for 1,500, so it's went over that, so I won't be purchasing that. Okay, end up going for 1,650. It's an okay price, but like I say, stick to your guns. There is another vehicle that I wanted more, so that's why I haven't really bothered bidding on any of these ones yet. So we'll see when that comes up. This is it here, the Seat Leon FR 2013. Looks like a nice little car. Don't see any damage around anywhere else apart from the front, so it's probably well cared for. So hopefully it'll be a good buy. Let's see how much it goes for.
Bonus time.
Just having another quick scan through the photos, double checking everything, make sure it's a good purchase. Check the MOT. It's run out of MOT, but it's just recent, so everything looks good on the MOT history. So it's been well cared for.
New bidder.
So let's see what's it at. 1,400. Should I bid on it? Let's have a look. 1,400 quid, good price. The max I really want to do is 1,500 on this, so let's see.
Bonus time.
1,500, winning. Let's see if I keep winning it. They usually have a couple of bonuses as well, which is kind of annoying. There you go, bonus time. It's on reserve as well, which means the seller wanted more for it. So we'll see what happens. Winning.
Bonus time.
Bonus time again. Let's see.
Sold on approval.
Sold on approval.
Approaching minimum bid.
Happy days. So now I've come to purchase a car, but because it was accepted on approval, that means I'm going to have a little back and forth with the seller.
Sold.
Now, I want it for 1,500, the seller wants 18, but what I'm going to do is just keep my original bid at 1,500, and the seller can decide if he wants to give it to me for 1,500, or put it back through auction and try and get more. But we'll soon see what he does tomorrow. Okay guys, so this is the next day, and we're going to check if the seller approved 1,500 or if he didn't give me the car, basically. So let's have a look. And lots won. Of course he gave me it. Very nice. So let's have a look then, see how much I owe them. Okay, so here we go on the right side. It says your max bid 1,500. and current amount due is 2,251p. Now, I ended up getting Copart to deliver it for me. It was quite expensive, but it was my first time buying off auction, so I thought I'll just leave it to them to do it. I do have a guy that can pick up cars for me, but I thought I'll just leave it to them to do it. It'd be nice, smooth interaction, and hopefully be nice and easy, but we'll soon see. I'll go on to the breakdown page in a second and show you exactly the different breakdown of the costs and everything. So here we go, I've paid for the vehicle. Success. Took me money, nice. Now if we go to lot 1, it says here, lot 1, paid, happy days. Now just try and figure out where the breakdown cost is, and as soon as I've done that, we will see exactly how much it costs for everything. So here we go, breakdown costs. I will just pause this second. Right, so we've got sale price $1,500, buyer fee £209, virtual bid fee, which is the privilege of doing it online, that sets me back £69. Lot retrieval fee was £40, but because I got them to deliver it to me, I don't have to pay that, so that has been reversed. So I don't have to pay that anymore. VAT charges £63.60. Delivery charge, quite steep, £305.76p. VAT charges on that, £61.15. I get VAT charges reversed, so I get £8 back because of the lot retrieval fee. So it brings a grand total to 2,251p delivered to my door. Not bad really. I could have saved maybe a couple of quid if I got someone else to do it, but because it was the first time, I thought I'd leave it to them and see how it goes. But yeah, so the next video will be a walk around of the car, hopefully. If you've got any questions or suggestions about this video, just leave them in the comment section, and thanks for watching. You have a good day. See ya.